Hi everyone, it's your buddy Canales, and cough cough, I'm trying to parody Zack. Yes, I'm trying to parody Zack, and my extremely half-assed parody of Zack is, honestly, it's much better than this thing. What is this? You may ask. This is Astonishing Gators. This is a comic skate parody. An affectionate parody, I might say, done by someone called Chloe Handler, who's apparently a comic book artist and a cosplayer and a trans person. So I don't know if I should be calling her him, her, their. I don't know. Thing is, yeah, I backed this thing out of sheer curiosity. I really wanted to see. Because, you know, this person put up some pages in which Z parodied my style, which rightly so, because, you know, I wasn't as good as I could have been in the first pages of Ironsides. So yeah, you know, I was curious, so as to what extent I was being parodied in this one. Sadly, I'm not in it. I'm really not in this one. I'm eclipsed by Caesar, by Ethan Van Sciver. This guy is Zack. I don't know who this is. I don't know who this is either, and I have no idea what this is supposed to be. Well, me not having an idea of what the hell's going on and being thoroughly confused is going to be a constant in this video. Because yes, this is going to be my first roast video. I'm not sure if this counts as a video for Canales' Crazy Comic Corner, because it's indeed a crazy comic, and it's quite obscure too because I was one of just, I think, around 70 people worldwide who backed this project, even though it was pushed by Gail Simone and the blue-haired she-creature, amongst others, who have, you know, they have several thousands of followers, and yet, surprisingly, they can't make people buy comics to save their own lives. How odd. How surprising, I must say. But yeah, this is supposed to be a comic, but it's in actuality it's a catalog of everything that's wrong with SJW comic books. And even when they're trying to be funny, which you know, SJWs don't really humor. They don't do that thing. They just smirk at you. They don't really have humor. Even when they're trying to be funny, they're unable to escape the programming. So let's check this out. I'm gonna skip a few pages so I don't get struck by a copyright claim. So yeah, I remember this person is later on going to mock my anatomy. So I just want you guys, I just want you guys to keep this in mind. All right, keep this arm in mind and its complete absence of a shoulder. All right, right. And this, I don't know if this is supposed to be the brachialis or the biceps or the triceps or what the hell. I don't know. It looks like a steamed ham attached to a limbless torso. But enough with the nitpicking. Skip. This is the first scene. This is the first scene. This is the first moment in which you don't really understand what's going on. This is a harbinger of the mayhem to come. So we begin in Nebraska, okay? And everything's wrong here. Not just my anatomy, which, okay, yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that in the chin. You know, my anatomy, my female anatomy isn't the best in the world. I'm man enough to assume that, but porgs, really? Anyway, what is going on? So this guy is watching the computer, and this other guy is hitting on this chick, and this guy who was looking at something on the computer enters the kitchen and then someone knocks, and then we're in a comic book store. What the hell? It feels like, and I've done this a few times because I didn't have, I didn't have A3 sheets at hand, so I had to improvise. But it feels like this person drew every panel separately, and then Z just mixed them all up. Yes, sorry. She put them all together using Photoshop or whatever, and he completely fucked up the order. Because I don't know what the hell is going on. This is completely... nothing makes sense. And you will see this is something that will be repeating quite a lot in this comic book. So yeah, we're in a comic book store. And this guy and his terrible anatomy is entering the comic book store. And whoa! Whoa, that background though. That background. Really... really elaborate background. So I want you guys to keep this in mind. These characters are established to be fictional in this universe, and this is what triggers this guy. Social Justice Spider and Renpool and Sawyer, okay, and a little girl who has the proportions of a grown-up man. I mean, right? 1 head, 2 heads, 3 heads, 4 heads, and yeah, around 4 heads in the legs. So that's 8 heads tall. That's grown-up proportions. Okay, I don't understand why just a girl will have. Look at the size of her shoes. She's using a size 45 in European. I think that's an 11 in American, but you get my meaning. So yeah, this established fictional characters trigger this guy, and something happens, and then we're on a parody of the Jim Jeffries show. What? Current day? What? So he got so triggered at the sight of these characters that he became a superhero. I'm super villain, I guess, because they call him Mr. Incel. Okay, Chloe. Let me tell you something. There's many things you can call a man who has like 3 dozen kids, like Richard C. Meyer has. Incel is not one of them. Do you even know what incel means? And why incel? Aren't we talking about comics here? Why don't call him Mr. I don't know, bigot, or Mr. I don't want comics to be LGBT or whatever, because that's what you're accusing him of. Why incel? I don't know. It's like they're repeating a programming, But okay, so this guy has suffered some kind of mutation at the side of these characters, and is now a super something. He's dressed as a hero. This is not a villain's costume. You want to see a villain's costume? Deathstroke. That's a villain's costume. But okay, Mr. Incel. Yeah, I was kidding. Yeah. This is nice. This is I'm not going to say it's a pivotal moment, but this is really telling. That blue-haired weirdo Renfameux. You get it? Did you get it? Renfameux. It's not Renfamous, guys. It's Renfameux. Fameux in French. You get it? You get it? I don't know if you get it because the humor is really subtle. But okay. She's actually Renpool. Wasn't Renpool a fictional character in this universe? Didn't you establish her as a fictional character? So okay, this is really cool because after we've been introduced to this guy and to his origin story and his backstory, we're introduced to this character, Renpool, also known as Renfameux, who has no backstory whatsoever and no motivation whatsoever. She's just hanging out at a ripoff of the Deadpool Merc bar, People like our Paul, Captain Incel, are turds stuck in the toilet train. They're flooding our society with a wave of toxic ideologies, and I'm the plumber. Okay, So why did you do it? I mean, you get paid or something because Deadpool gets paid? This is really realistic, guys. No one knows why she does this. Not even the people who admire her, like this Chloe Handler. No one knows where she comes from. No one knows why she does what she does. No one freaking knows. Not even the people who are trying to push her as someone special, which is not. Amazing. So yeah, chapter 2. Oh, that's really nice. Minimum effort, okay? Just pre-made shapes. This is clearly vector or something. I don't know. I'm a boomer. I like to draw on pen and paper. So I rarely do this kind of stuff. But yeah, oh, check this out. This is Ro. This is Ro. Ro is Cyberfrog. Okay, yeah, I guess. Who is this person? Who is this super? I guess it's Edwin, because I don't know. Yeah, I just realized this must be Edwin. Okay, who's the yellow Flash? I guess, right? Yeah, I'm slowly understanding what's going on. Jake Starhopper, Captain Incel. Well, you made him cross-eyed, didn't you? Okay, that's really subtle. Skipping up, so okay. So we're in a comic book store, and these bots, I guess, I guess they're sock puppets. Ask me about my feminist agenda, now in trade paperback. Oh, really? Really? How many issues are on that trade paperback? Like the 3 of them before they close down the series? And how many of these trade paperbacks are you going to sell? 11 in total? Okay. Yeah. This is also really telling. I really love the shape of her body. I don't know. This is like a woman drawn with the feminist manual, the feminist handbook in line. I mean, don't make her too feminine. Make her neck like really thick. Like, you know, she likes to lift buckets full of sand with her jaw. Like he's going to go 10 rounds with Mike Tyson. And these boobs are like mine when I stopped doing push-ups for like 3 months. 3 weeks. I'm gonna be so self-congratulatory. She ain't got no ass, Brie Larson style. She barely has any form, but you know, somehow SJWs think that you can be an action hero and a tough guy with being in a shitty shape, you know. Okay, yeah, that's really debate me. She effortlessly kills all the bots who I guess these two have sent. Okay, this is really bugging me. I guess you're calling Ethan Van Sciver fat and you're calling Richard C. Meyer cross-eyed. Okay, you know what? I'm not really proud of doing this, but you opened that door, Chloe Handler, so I'm gonna Google you. I hope none of my old leads full of really questionable porn pop up, but okay, I'm gonna Google you. Chloe Handler. Yeah. Yeah, I already Googled her a couple of times. Really, Chloe? Come on. No, what happened? What did I do? Let's try this again. I'm an old guy, okay? I barely know how a computer works. I saw your advert on the computer. Chloe Handler. Let's try this again. Okay. Really? So you are going to make fun of someone else's looks? Really? Well, I was half hoping that you would look like a fucking Lithuanian supermodel, but you know, you kind of look like I had a good one ready, but oh, what is this? Why is my art related? Oh, anyway, back to the issue at hand. Please stop making fun of people's looks when you don't look like a fucking supermodel. Okay, we're all nerds here. None of us looks except maybe Lola. Lola Meets and yeah, Tristan is pretty hot too. If you're listening to this, yes, you are quite hot, Tristan. But you know the average nerd doesn't look like a Eastern European supermodel. So cut this bullshit out, okay? Skip. I don't know what else is here. Oh yeah, this what you are going to witness here is a pivotal moment. This is so not definitive, but you know, this is so telling of the mind of an SJW. So this guy, Captain Incel, in his civilian clothes, goes to comic book store, reads about these characters who are supposed to be fictional but are also real. I don't know what's going on. Again, we get a look at a woman who barely has female forms. Did you guys remember how Chloe Handel looked like? I think this isn't a coincidence, but more on that later. As I was saying, this guy comes out of the comic book store in his civilian clothes after complaining about the quality of the comic, and he gets randomly assaulted by this person. I guess, I don't know if it's a guy or girl. We only know that Sawyer is a transgender princess warrior, so I guess it's a she. Chloe, I don't know if you know this, but what you just did was introducing a villain. This is how villains are introduced into the stories. The hero is minding his business, and suddenly, I don't know, a wall blows up, and the Green Goblin pops up and starts throwing incendiary pumpkins at the bystanders, and the hero has to change his clothes and jump into action. What this character did, assaulting a guy who wasn't doing anything. I heard you were making fun of trans people, Harry. Oh, okay, so you're not even assaulting him for I think so. At some point in this comic, they accuse him of trashing a comic book store, but that's apparently what happened after the flashback in which he gets triggered. He apparently trashed the comic book store, so he's basically Mark Waid, you know. But you're not even gonna assault him for that. You're gonna assault him randomly for making fun of trans people. Here I gave a landing on S. Yeah, so this girl who's also a fictional character is here. Oh yeah, I like this. Liar Toad, half human, half toad, half cyborg. Chloe, you do know that the half, you know, that things only have two halves. When you divide, you divide. When you separate things into three equal segments, those are thirds, not halves. But I don't know, maybe you were trying to be funny there. I like this because Raw had an episode in which he lied about stuff and he publicly apologized, and you know, that was that. He did it once, but he is now apparently a liar. You know who's not a liar? The woman who said recently on Twitter that Ironsides didn't feature any art whatsoever on its Indiegogo page, when in actuality the full extent of chapter 1 was uploaded. You know? She's not a liar. Raw is. Okay, yeah. Yellow shower. Yeah, isn't it golden shower? Okay. Fuck that. Oh, so that's why they call him Golden Shower. Again, the heroes effortlessly defeat the villains, which is again another SJW comic trope. So this person, I don't know who that is. Are they trying to make fun of Lola? I don't know, because Lola has a couple of, you know, let's say that Lola has been mammary blessed by the gods. Unlike this creature, whom, as we can see, we don't know if these are boobs or if this is a ribcage or what. But yeah, apparently she's a Bible beater, which is always a bad thing, because Bible beaters are anti-science, unlike people who think that there are 75 billion genders. But okay, something. We're back on the Deadpool rip-off path for some reason. I don't know who this guy is. I guess he's Tim Miller, but I don't know, because everyone looks the freaking same. Did you realize? The only difference between this guy and this guy is the color of the eyes. I don't know. It's the whole Japanese thing, I guess. So this is, again, they try to attack Ran. Ran effortlessly defeats them, but it's not Ran. It's actually Soira disguised as Ran. Why? I don't know. Why is she dressing up? Why did her boobs grow all of a sudden? You're going to get excommunicated by the Holy Feminist Church, Chloe. Look at these boobs. They look too much like female pectoralia. You need to make them flat and shapeless, like gloves of mucus. God damn it. So, yeah, SJW Spider-Man just pops out of nowhere, and he's just there. And again, we don't know why he does things. He's just there, just effortlessly defeating the villains, which again are more developed than the heroes, because at least we know who these guys are. You gave them like little text boxes explaining who they are and why they do what they do. And then this guy suddenly pops up, and nobody knows who he is. I don't know. Is this just some guy? I don't know, because Yasunge has this Japanese thing going on with his avatar. I don't know who this guy is supposed to be. Is he Tag? Yeah, he's supposed to be a weeaboo, but you know, nobody who isn't a weeaboo knows what this means. So cut it out, Chloe. Come on. Oh, this is top-notch art, guys. Just take a picture of a piece of paper and, you know, give it a couple of filters, and that's it. We're good to go. They're talking about things. Like, I'm trying to develop characters, but yeah, I don't know. What's the plan? Ren, I'm serious. These people are a hate group. They need to be stopped. Why is this donut so salty? You wanted to meet up here. I told you the donuts suck. We had an attempt at developing the characters and knowing who they are, what they do, why they do what they do. Yeah, okay, that sounds better now. Ermagerd, you guys. Iron Shite, okay. We don't... What's going on? Weren't these guys fictional? Weren't these guys on comic books? But now are they real? Okay, so now Ethan is like, I guess it's clearly Ethan, right? It's like riding a giant octopus thing. And, oh, look, there's an iota of tension. Nice background, by the way. Just try not to be too creative, okay? Just use the same shape or the same picture or whatever, you know, the same, whatever the fuck it is you're using. Just use it all the time. Please, never put anything on the street that resembles cars or are, you know, pedestrians or bystanders or anything. No. This is like 28 days later. Oh no, I stand corrected. You added a single police car with no cops inside because, you know, that's work. That's working. Here in SJW land, we don't really like to work. We just like to... In PCPD, the self-awareness. Self-awareness reared its ugly head for a second there. So yeah, there's a little bit of tension as Ethan nearly defeats them with this giant octopus, but what the hell? Yeah, Much to Stephen von Scribbler's surprise, that's it, a MacGyver, I guess, a new hero enters the fray. It was obvious he was not ready to deal with Just Girl. Hell, the planet was not ready for Just Girl. In fact, Just Girl's home planet was not ready for Just Girl. He would have to find a planet that was ready for her. Until then, Just Girl, what the fuck is going on? Okay, so this is a girl, right? I already did the 8 heads tall thing. But of course, you know, girls wear sneakers and jeans, and their legs are like twice the length of their bodies, and they have jaws like, you know, an Irish dog walker, and hands that can crush nuts. And I mean the thing that you eat. Yeah, okay, yeah, you can eat nuts. You get what I mean. Who is this girl, I guess, who has like this absolute Dr. Manhattan type power that allows her to change reality? And whoa, she turned them all into frogs. Just how big is this girl? She has like an adult man's proportions, but he's like half the size of these two guys, and the frogs are like really tiny. I don't know. Why did the gators turn into frogs? Her superpower reveals nature in its truest form. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. That means the gators were frogs all this time. And also a unicorn, so they all live. And holy shit, what did I just read? I don't know. What just happened? I mean, I've had drug and alcohol orgies that ended up with a much clearer sensation, much more clear ordered sensation in my mind than this thing. This is like, okay, see, I don't think that every transgender person out there is mentally ill, but you, Chloe, aren't the best poster child for this theory, okay, for this argument, because this, honestly, this reads like the ramblings of a schizophrenic. Okay? Nothing makes sense. This is like dream logic. This is like a dream in which things just happen and they don't have to make any sense because it's just random events being created by your mind spontaneously without any kind of filter. And this person doesn't seem to know the difference between fact and fiction, because characters in the story go from fictional to real in like no explanation given. I mean, the whole reason why Captain Incel or Mr. Incel, I don't know, goes Super Saiyan is because he sees these fictional characters on the comic book stores, but turns out they're not fictional, they're real. But we don't know anything about them. That's another thing. We don't know who they are. Nice birthing hips here, Spidey. We don't know who they are. We don't know why they do what they do. We're only vaguely, aware of what the villains, I mean, the Gators want. I mean, at least they're barely developed. We don't know who the heroes are. There's no way of empathizing with these guys. And yeah, I know this isn't supposed to be taken seriously. This is just, for laughs. But what's the joke? I mean, this is a clear example. This is a catalog of everything that's wrong with SJW comic books. I don't think that anyone is laughing with this, because the jokes are like, and suddenly a random girl pops up and shoots the giant squid and turns it into a unicorn. And then the girl shoots the guys with his magical beams and turns them into frogs. And then they all ride away, riding a unicorn. And then, shut up. I just channeled my inner Nerkish there. This is like a child trying to tell you a story. This is like, I don't know, Chloe, you look like you're 35, 47 years old. I don't know. This is not how a grown-up makes a story. I mean, nothing makes sense. There's no characters in here. There's no motivations. This isn't even funny. I mean, it could be, you know, like really absurd. So bad it's good, but it's not even that. It's like, what's the point? It's like just taking jabs at people you dislike on Twitter. But it isn't even that fun. I mean, what the hell is wrong with Spidey's hips? This is really bothering me. Why are his hips wider than Ren's hips? This is really distracting. I don't like this. Just look at this. I mean, yeah. I don't know. This was weird. I'm supposed to be. Yeah, this is great. I don't understand what this is about. Good, but it makes racists mad, so I'm all for it. S.J. Wallace, you get it, you get it. But this is the whole point. I don't know what this is about. No one knows what this is about. Yeah, this is truth in television, so to speak. This is they trying to they're giving a try at self-deprecating humor, and inadvertently confessing. You know, Chloe's bearing her soul in these blurbs that Z made up. It's like Watchmen meets The Expendables, but only if you fail your drug test. Indeed. I know you're trying to be funny here, funny and self-deprecating, but that's actually what it is. It's like you did this on drugs. Anyway, that was weird, and I feel like I need to take a massive dose of antipsychotics. So I hope you didn't get too bored with this. It's been, holy shit, it's been 30 minutes already. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try and get some sleep now. Jesus.